Cardano is really lucky in that it has this unique funding mechanism called the ISPO, or the Initial Stake Pool Offering. Projects can set up a stake pool, raise their fees to a particular amount, and collect ADA rewards from your delegation. You don't lose out on your initial stake of delegation, but you gain tokens in return for helping support the project. Now, a lot of these tokens do have some really cool utility behind them, so it's really interesting to find and follow these projects to find a new ISPO to delegate your ADA to so that you can collect some of these tokens. In this video, I have a couple of new ones for you, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Peter Bury, and if this is your first time here, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click on the notification bell when you hear more great Cardano content from me. But this video, I have 6 ISPOs that you may want to have a look into to find out a little bit more about the project in general at least, and then consider delegating to. Now, these are quite some interesting projects, and I even have a gaming project in here too. Now, this very first one, this is from the Genius Yield family. Genius X is an accelerated program where they are picking up various projects in the Cardano ecosystem and then onboarding them into their accelerator and then taking them through the processes, all the legal aspects and everything else that you need to know, or what the projects need to know, to be able to get through and launch their project successfully. Now, they're starting their ISPO very, very soon. Now, if I just pull out down this blog post here, on May 15th, so it's next month, mid next month, they'll be starting this brand new ISPO, and this is because the Genius Yield ISPO is ending. They've exhausted the allocation of the GENS tokens that they have, and they'll be switching over to, or all their pools will be switching over to Genius X allocation. So now you'll be able to, if you're already delegated to those pools, you'll be earning Gen X tokens as well. So at that point, you have a choice. You can either stay in the pools, delegate to the pools, and earn those extra Gen X tokens, which will help power the Genius X ecosystem, or you can move off to another ISPO. So you do have some options here. Now, of course, they do have some incentives, just as the Genius Yield one did, and they have these particular NFTs here. So if you delegate for a certain period of time with the minimum requirements of ADA, which is 500, you'll get these special NFTs, which will also have some sort of extra utility behind them. So it's a really nice way to earn that extra little boost and have the extra tokens that they may have, as well as the NFT, which will be used for something in the future as well. So it's kind of nice to actually have those and be able to participate in the ecosystem that way. But they have one more little tricky thing that they added in here, and that's with the GENS 2 pool. Now, the GENS 2 pool is slightly different in terms of its allocation of rewards. Now, this one here, they're doing a special split. They're doing a 50-50 split. So 50% Gen X and 50% IAG, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So you'll be getting 2 different tokens. So if you don't have that much ADA to delegate to various different projects, you can delegate to this one particular pool and earn 2 different tokens at the same time. So that's kind of beneficial if you don't want to move around to all different places all the time. You can get these 2 tokens, and it's kind of nice. And now this particular token here, the IAJ, this comes from the Iagon project. So Iagon is another project that's doing an ISPO. They're using the backbone ecosystem behind Genius Yield, their infrastructure, which is provided through Maestro, and they're doing their ISPO through that. And you can see that all there. Now, this one's actually already started. So if you're wanting to jump in on this one, you can. Now, if you haven't heard, Iagon is a really cool project that is looking at decentralizing cloud storage. So if you're using something like Google Drive or Dropbox, it's a replacement for that. And users such as myself can provide hard drive storage and have that access through the internet so that other users can use it. And I will earn tokens through this process. So it's a really cool mechanism, and they're decentralizing that whole process, and they're having their ISPO as well. Now, if we go through this particular blog post, we can see when it started just a couple of days ago through at the beginning of Epoch 334. So it's a couple of days in already. If you want to delegate to their stake pool, its ticker is IAG1. It's a 100% margin fee. So that means you won't get your ADA rewards, but you will get their tokens. And here they have the split here, so you know exactly what you're getting into. It's 0.0 0.02 IAG per 1 ADA. So if you have 1,000 ADA, you get 20 of these tokens per epoch. So it will add up over time. Now they do have a total allocation of 70 million tokens, and I believe the ISPO will continuously go until that allocation is allocated. So that could possibly take a little while if they don't have enough delegation, or if they only have one stake pool, it will keep on going until all of that is actually allocated. Now they do have a vesting period for the ISPO as well. So you get 10% after the ISPO ends and the remaining over the following 12 months. So I believe it's a linear distribution over a 12-month period. Again, this is so that the tokens don't get dumped on the market, on the ecosystem really quickly, and the price will fluctuate. Well, usually it will just dump straight away because people sell, take the profits, and then buy back in at a later date. So that's why the vesting periods are there. Now, if you're wanting to find the pool, you can type in the ticker name IAG, or you can type in the pool ID here on any wallet, whether it's Eternal or Yoroi. You can use any of those wallets to delegate to this particular pool. Now, another project which hasn't quite started their ISPO yet, but is coming through really soon, and this is Smart Places. I just did an interview with these guys, and it's a really cool project where they're changing the way that social media works. So instead of having all of your data on these platforms such as Twitter or Facebook, where they control and market to your data that you provide them, and they control all of that. Instead, you can control that mechanism and earn tokens by interacting with the platform and interacting with advertisers. So it's a nice incentive and change of how social media works at the moment. But they're also incorporating a deeper feel into this where users can actually connect with others in a real world place. And I absolutely love that. They're doing their NFT sale at the moment, which is actually these hexagon shaped plots, which are basically anywhere in the world. So it's a world map, and you can buy these various plots around the world, and you can select it and purchase that as an NFT. So you will own that. So you can go around the world wherever it is. It's quite interesting. It's really cool. And you can go to this. I think we're in Germany at the moment. Yep, we are. But you can go over to London, for example. Scroll down into the city center and maybe purchase this little land tile here, or all these land tiles around Big Ben. Now, if you are a business within that area, you can list your business within that tile, have little offers, whatever it is. So it's an interactive thing, and it will connect with your mobile. It's doing some amazing things. Check out the interview, just subscribe and you'll hear more all about it. Let the team explain. It's really, real cool platform. But they have the NFT sale on at the moment, and after that they will have an ISPO, which will allow you to gain some of their tokens for their ecosystem, their particular tokens that you can earn through their platform. So I'm really excited about that one as well. Now, here is the only little bit of information that I can find about the ISPO. So we're still waiting for those details, but they're allocated 0.5%. So it's a vesting period of 6 months as well. So it's all in here in their white paper, their light paper, I should say, which they've just launched. But that's about all I can see at the moment. And the ISPO is sometime in Q3. Keep an eye out for it. This next project here, this one's quite interesting, and I like it because a lot of people here in Australia are affected by it. And this is a project to try and bridge that housing price gap. Housing is becoming really unaffordable, not just here in Australia, but in many places around the world. And this project is looking at kind of narrowing that gap and making owning a home affordable, achievable, I should say. Now, they are having their ISPO that's about to start very soon. They do have their stake pool set up, and you can find out more information about it here. So I'll put links to it in the show notes. They don't have much information on their website in regards to their ISPO yet, but I did just hear that there'll be at least they're thinking about using my plugin that our team have put together called Cardano Press to power their website. And we do have an ISPO extension for that too. So hopefully, fingers crossed, might be the very first project that is using that for their ISPO. So I'm pretty interested in finding out more about what the team are doing. But they'll be distributing their tokens through their ISPO. They'll be raising funds through it as well. I'm assuming it will be a 100% pool so they can raise their funds to build out their project. But you can find out more information about that project at gokey.network, and you find out everything that you need to know about the Gokey project. Now this next one here, this one is different because it is around the GameFi space. ADA quests have been around for a little while. I've seen them on Twitter Spaces, I've seen videos, I've seen all these really cool things that they're doing to build out their NFT game and marketplace. And let me just go back here so you can see some of their artwork. It's fantastic. It's really cool. Now, a lot of these, game NFTs, they spend so much time on their artwork, the cards and everything, and it kind of gets hidden away from all these other projects and NFTs that are out there because there's so much more to these ecosystems in this GameFi platforms that, a lot of people miss out on. But let's go back to the ISPO page. Now, if you're involved in the ecosystem, you need quest tokens within their ecosystem. So you may be buying something in there or engaging within their platform, and you need these quest tokens. Now, what they did was they set up a stake pool in here where you can actually delegate to their stake pool and earn some of these quest tokens. So I'm just trying to find the details here. So if you delegate to the pool quest, you will receive 100 Q2 quest tokens for every 1,000 ADA staked to their pool. Now, they are one of the pools that will give you your ADA rewards and give you the quest tokens at the same time, and it's claimable by the Drip Drops platform. So I do like that, where you can still earn your ADA rewards, so you're not being put out there, but they get a little bit of the margin fees and can collect some of the ADA fees through running a stake pool that way. So I really like that approach. Now, I haven't looked too deeply into the ADA Quest game for any of the gameplay or where they are in terms of roadmap, but hopefully I'll be able to have an interview with the team very, very soon. Now, the last ISPO that I'd like to mention, now this one's actually been going on for a while, but I hadn't looked too deeply into it. And this is Project Neum. Project Neum, I think that's how you say it. They're looking at changing the way that music royalties work in the industries. So a lot of the corporates in the music industry essentially take all the money, or if you look at Spotify example, they take a huge cut and portion of the music that is streamed through their platform and give the artists a few cents for the stream. So you need to be streaming millions and millions of listens to be able to earn an income from the platform. And they're looking at changing that entire ecosystem to make it fairer for independent artists to actually have a break and make it in the industry, as opposed to all of these cookie cutter, same old music that is produced en masse, which I am frankly getting quite tired of. So now if I go down here, we can find a little bit more information about their stake pool. So you can find their pool ID there, or if you just search for, I think it was Neum on any of the popular wallets, you'd be able to delegate to their stake pool here. And you can just check their logo there and you'll be able to delegate to the pool and earn some of those tokens. Now, again, this one here, it's not 100% fee. It's not a low fee. It's a 25% fee pool. So they are taking a little bit more, but you still get some ADA rewards and you get their new tokens as well, all claimable by Drip Drops. So it's a really cool project. I'd like to support this one, and there is an interview coming up as well. Again, subscribe to find out more. Now, that's all of the projects that I have in regards to the ISPOs that you can check out. So if you really liked any of those, please check out the links to them down below and you can find out more about those particular projects. Now, there's one here that I did mention a little bit earlier, and this is Maestro. This is a part of the ecosystem that is driving some of these ISPOs. So they're doing the Igon, the Maestro one, and of course the Genius X one, and they're providing, I guess, ISPO as a service. So they're looking after all the infrastructure and how the ISPOs work for a lot of different projects. They're not doing all of these. These are just a couple of various projects that have done ISPOs, but they'll be doing a lot more and building out a dashboard. So this is like a one-stop shop for ISPOs in the ecosystem. So if you're not watching the podcast and watching the YouTube channel here, of course, you can check out websites like this that will have a lot of detail around all the ISPOs in the Cardano ecosystem. Now, I just wanted to do a little shout out for a particular project that is using our Cardano Press plugin to build out various websites in the ecosystem. And this one here is from Niels. He sent a little video overview of what he's building here. And this is Cardano Pick, where he's put together this little tasker system where if you don't know how you can possibly contribute to the Cardano ecosystem, there's a whole bunch of tasks that have been put up by various users, and then you can pick and choose various tasks. Maybe one day there'll be a reward system behind this as well. So if you work on a particular task and complete it and verify that you have, then you'll earn some tokens through the platform. So I really like this kind of setup, and I really like what he's done with the plugin. So the plugin, how he's used it is as a login system. So a lot of websites, when you go in, you have to sign up, you have to use your email, create a new password, whatever it is. But with the setup that we've done, we've made it so that you can use your wallet, your NAMI wallet, your Web3 wallet, and log into any website. It will automatically create the account for you in the background, and your wallet is that unique identifier to the whole ecosystem. So I can click on Connect Wallet, click on NAMI, and it will connect to my NAMI wallet and then log me into the website. So now I can actually do things on it. I can pick and choose which project I want. And also, so let me just pick something here. I'll just pick that. And then I can see here on my task list what I've actually picked. So it's all part of that login system that you normally would get if you created a username and password. But in this case, I'm just using my wallet stake key as my unique identifier and logging into the platform that way. So I absolutely love it. Niels, thank you so much for sharing that with me, and good luck with the project as well. And if you're interested in Cardano Press, I'll put links to it down below as well. It's free, it's open source, and you can play around with it and build any type of website using Cardano and WordPress and get it up and running really quickly. All right, that's it for me for this video. If you really enjoyed it, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click on the notification bell, and you'll hear more from me soon. See ya.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.